Honestly, like, I swear, this app is the reason my standards are so high. I will probably spend the rest of my life alone because I am waiting for a Wattpad boy to come into my life. Hello everyone and welcome to my Unicorn Nation. So today, as per the title of the video, I am going to be giving you some of my Wattpad book recommendations. These are some books that I have read that I don't see a lot of people talking about, and I personally, I think they are like some of the best books I have ever read. So you're lucky. If you found this video, you're lucky. I'm going to hook you up with some good reads, you guys. If you don't have Wattpad, why did you even click on this video? Like, leave us alone, please. Now, the first book I'm going to talk about, I know all my friends know this book because immediately I read it, I recommended it to everyone. I will live and die by this book. I'm not even exaggerating. I love this book with my entire heart. It lives rent free in my head. Sometimes I just randomly think of this book for no reason at all. And the title is In 27 Days. When I tell you I am in love with this book, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start. So, In 27 Days is about a 17-year-old girl named Hadley. And what happens is that Hadley goes to school one day and then they pass an announcement that one of her classmates, Archer, committed suicide. So, Hadley just feels like this kind of feeling, yeah? So she ends up going to his funeral where she meets his family and they are crying and all that, blah, blah, blah. But she gets too emotional even though she never talked to him, like ever. So she walks across the street, goes some Chinese restaurant, but before she even gets there, she's stopped by this mysterious looking guy, and he's super pale, covered in tattoos, wearing black, and then he starts to talk to her. He tells her that he's going to send her back in time 27 days so that she can stop Archer from committing suicide. And she's like, what? How am I supposed to do this? But then he didn't really explain anything to her. He just tells her, figure it out, then disappears. And she wakes up at the Chinese restaurant. And who does she see when she wakes up? She sees Archer. And there's like a scar on her hand that says 27 days. So like she realizes that she's been sent back in time. So the book is, you guys, this book is amazing. It's basically just Hadley during these 27 days figuring out how to stop Archer from killing himself. They end up falling in love. There are twists and turns. Everything is just all over the place. Like I said, I will live and die by this book. You guys need to read it. If you haven't already read this book, you need to read it. There are 2 books in the series. It's amazing. I've said enough. Just go read the book. The second book I'm going to talk about is Valentina. I actually read this one immediately after I read In 27 Days. So In 27 Days was the 3rd book I read on Wattpad, and Valentina was the 4th. I still remember these 2 because they're just stuck in my head. So Valentina also follows a 17-year-old girl. Like, I'm telling you, Wattpad got me so excited for being 17. I was like, when I turn 17, I'm going to have an adventure. I'm going to find the love of my life. Okay. Yeah, so it follows a 17-year-old girl named Artura, but she goes by Valentina because that's her last name. So like, Artura's chilling. She lives with her mom. Her mom is very irresponsible and stuff, and she has like a gay best friend and all that, but it's not important. Anyway, so one day, Artura's mom gets killed by these men. So she's like super freaked out and all that, and then she's sent to live with her grandma in another city. So she gets to that city, starts living with her grandma. Like, she's not really hurt about her mom dying because they never really got along, but she starts going to this new school. The classic thing happens where she's like walking down the hallway, bumps into this boy, and she's rude to the boy, blah blah blah. The boy's name is Marco Giovanni, and he has 2 brothers, Tony and Danny. Like, I vividly remember this book, and I read it like 4 years ago. That's how good it is. So yes, she's rude to Marco. Marco's rude to her. Enemies to lovers books are just, they slap different. So yes, she starts getting to know Marco. Marco's dad is in the mafia because they're always in the mafia. And then eventually, stuff happens. There are also a lot of twists and turns. The ending crushed my soul. That's all I'm going to say. Go and read this book if you have not read it already. I will link the books in the description, but go and read Valentina, please. Life in Color. Let me breathe first. Before I start anything, I kind of stole the concept of this book. So for my friends watching, if you go and read this book, you'll find that it's very similar to something that I wrote. So, I'm sorry, I scammed you guys, but this book is amazing, you guys. So it follows another 17-year-old girl. And I think I was excited to turn 17. So it follows another 17-year-old girl, Scarlett Rain Rhodes. And Scarlett has 4 siblings. You guys already know the book I copied. Yeah, so Scarlett has 4 siblings. And her parents died a few years back. So Scarlett is taking care of her siblings. So one day, going to school again, bumps into this boy. His name is Ashton McLean. So Ashton and her get into an argument. They are rude to each other, blah 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 blah. They fight. Next time they see each other again, they fight again, and they just keep on arguing until eventually Ashton starts hanging out with Scarlett's friends, and he's on the football team. She's a cheerleader. It's amazing. Like at first, Ashton doesn't know about the whole secret about her parents and all that, but you can already tell where this story is going. Like he is, honestly, if I had to compare all the Wattpad boyfriends that I've read about, Ashton is at the top of the list. He's so sweet, the way he cares for her family and everything is just, Ashton is at the top of my list. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you like him, but just go and read this book. It's so emotional. Like you get attached to all the characters, even Scarlett's siblings. You just get attached to them. Like, go and read this book. It's actually a series. Like the writer combined different books into like one sort of world. Like Life in Color is the first book. Then there's Life in Search, which is Ashton's point of view. Then there's Life in Hiding, which is Sage's point of view. Sage is Scarlett's brother, her younger brother. And there's Life in Love, which is the last book, which takes place like 2 years after Life in Color. So you guys need to go and read this book. Read all of them, I'm telling you. Just go read these books. They'll change your life. Trust me. The next book I'll recommend is This Diary I Found. Now it's very different from other books I've read. It's more focused on like comedy and stuff, but it's also really, really, really good. So it follows a boy named Trevor, and Trevor is like a man whore. Like he just goes around, sleeps with different girls and all that, until one day he picks up this diary and there's no name on the diary. So like as he reads through the diary, like the first page about this girl who writes about how she hooked up with him and she thinks she might be pregnant. So like Trevor panics because he doesn't know who this girl is, and he's hooked up with like a lot of people in that time period. So he calls his best friend, and him and his best friend like try to start investigating all the girls he's been with, like, and there are a lot. Like Trevor is a problem. So they start like going through the list of all these girls. He gets his other friends involved in the search, start looking for the girl. It's wild. Like you will never guess who the diary actually belonged to. So like just go and read this book. It's so funny, and like the ending is unexpected. So just go and read this book. I might spoil too much if I talk about it, but just go and read this book. Trust me, you'll love it. Like I said, I haven't read this book in a long time, And the descriptions I'm giving are based on my point of view, stuff that I remember from the book. So just go read this book. That's all I'm going to say. When my shift ends, I need a moment of silence because this book. Okay, so this book follows Ellie. She's 18, I think, like 18 or 19, I'm not sure, but somewhere there, I can't really remember. Anyway, so Ellie is taking her grandmother to chemotherapy, and at the hospital she meets this boy, Cooper. So Cooper is also a cancer patient, you know. He approaches her, he's annoying and all that because he's just like so bubbly and free spirited, and you know, he's just talking to her and she's just like, who are you? Because you know, she's got some attitude going on, okay? And then eventually, like, Cooper starts to win her over, you know, like she starts talking to him and all that. Every time she takes her grandmother for chemotherapy, eventually she starts visiting him and all that. This story takes you on an emotional journey. Like, it will break you and rebuild you and break you, and it's just, the ending is such a plot twist. I can't even describe it. Like, just go and read this book. You need to read it on your own to understand. I love this book so much. Go and read When My Shift Ends, trust me. So that will be it for my Wattpad book recommendations. If you want more recommendations, you can check out my reading lists. The title of the reading list is Unforgettables. My Wattpad username is Live to Be Unstoppable. I will put the link in the description below. Like, if you pass by my profile, feel free to check out my books. I'm not going to like say anything, but they're really good, so check them out. Anyway, if you made it so far in the video, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you have not already. Follow my Instagram for updates of, like, in case I change my upload schedule, because I might be doing that from time to time. So just follow my Instagram for that. All the links will be in the description below. Please read these books. They will change your life. And a few honorable mentions for some famous books I feel like a lot of people have read. So Silently Falling, amazing book. Luciano, oh my god, amazing book. The Wallflower's Revenge, the first book I ever read on Wattpad. It's now a paid story, so like, if you have the money, like, check out this book. It's amazing. And the With Me series, the whole series is also now paid, but like, She's With Me, Stay With Me, Still With Me. I recently read them again online, not on Wattpad, because like, these books, I don't even know how to describe them, but like, Aiden Parker is like, he's my second favorite Wattpad boyfriend. Like, immediately after Ashton is Aiden, because the With Me series, I know that people have read these books, so like, they're amazing. Trust me. Okay, that's enough about books. Bye.